Hey everyone, so to start off this tutorial we're going to put some foundation on. I'm using MAC Studio Fix. I like a pretty full coverage to my foundation, as you probably know. Just a little heads up, this tutorial is not going to be a natural, subtle one. It is meant to be dramatic and noticeable. Next, going to take some really light concealers. This is MAC Prep and Prime. This is one possible option that you kind of just draw on, paint on, and then blend it out. Then there's the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, which is a personal favourite. Lots of YouTubers love this one as well. Same kind of deal, you just kind of blend it out with your fingers once you've applied it. And then there are these two. This one is by MUA Makeup Academy. I quite like this one as well. It's just a little bit, the colour's not as good as this Essence one. This is a Stay Concealer in Natural Beige. So as you can see, it is quite light against my skin. You really want to go a lot, like heaps of shades lighter than your actual skin colour. Now you just want to apply it underneath the eye, next to the nose, in a kind of just a messy little triangle shape. On the forehead, just starting from in between the eyebrows, kind of smearing it out towards the top of your forehead and the temples. And then a little bit on the chin, and you can also put a little bit on the sides of your mouth where you get a little bit darker, and also a little bit down your nose that you will see later. And then I'm going to be using my finger to blend that out. So I like to pat it out, just blend it out towards my jawline and then smear it if I have to, but generally pat gives the best, kind of most soft, natural, diffused look. And yeah, just blending out everywhere. You can use a brush if you like. I just think using your fingers makes more sense because they are warm and they will really nicely blend the foundation and the concealer together. So as you can see, I'm blending it over my eyebrows just to create a nice kind of highlighted look around my eyebrows, and then I just blend it up towards my hairline. And yeah, so as you can see, using your fingers does give a really nice soft natural look. And then I'm going to use it down my nose as well. This makes your nose look a lot more kind of defined and a little bit more narrow. Now for powders, so you can use any very light powder. The Australis one is amazing, but it has a little bit more coverage. The one on the right is MAC in, I think it's light, and that one's my favourite to set the under eye concealer. So you want to use a really pale powder to go with a really pale concealer. I do this a little bit differently than other YouTubers do, like the whole highlighting and contouring thing, but this just works for me, so there you go. So yeah, I'm going to just apply that only over that light area, and then grab my Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder and set all of the other areas that haven't been, haven't had powder on them. Then I'm taking my Eco Tools brush, which feels like heaven. It's like a sculpting one, and my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Dark, which is the actual colour of my face. And I'm going to apply this on the outer perimeters of my face, anywhere that I did not apply that mineralized skin finish in light. So this kind of darkens up the perimeters of the face a little bit. And on my neck and a little bit down the sides of my nose, this also helps to kind of give more structure to the nose. Taking my Bobbi Brown Golden Light Bronzing Powder and my Sigma Small Contour Brush, I'm going to take that on the very corner of the brush, so that I get a really sharp line, and start defining my cheekbones. So lots of YouTubers use cream products for this, but I just think that it's much easier to work with a powder because you can blend it out so easily and it's much more noticeable, and I like quite a noticeable contour. So yeah, as you saw, it was quite a strong line to begin with, but if you just blend it and blend it and blend it and blend it out, it'll get really nice and soft and natural. And then on the jawline, if you feel like you need it there, and down very lightly down the sides of your nose. Very lightly, because if you do too much, it looks obvious and then it defeats the whole purpose of trying to make it look natural. So then also definitely on the temples, this just kind of creates more of a contrast between the light areas and the darker areas. This look is much easier to achieve if you are tan, because you can go from tan to pale, but if you are already pale, you can't really go from pale to pale. So just a heads up, if it doesn't look the same as what mine does, that's probably why, if you are pale. Taking my MAC blush in, I think this one's in Flower Power, and my Sigma large angled contour brush, and just going to apply some blush. I like to put it on the cheekbones and circular motions, just buff it out. It looks really natural that way. The Mary Lou Manizer Illuminator by The Balm, and Eco Tools fan brush. This highlighter honestly is the most pigmented thing. Like, I literally tapped into the pan once and I got too much. Like, it's actually insane how pigmented it is. As you can see, that's like one little light stroke and it's so obvious, so I had to like take it off on my arm and then try and blend it out a little bit just to make it a little bit less crazy. So that's how it looks so far. That was a really weird sound, but anyway. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked this. I know lots of YouTubers do use cream products for their highlighting and contouring, but this is just what I think works the best for me and looks the most natural and doesn't use as many layers of cream products. So you're just using mainly powder, and I love my powder. So, whew, that was a lot to get through in a short time. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!